America Home presents the News Hour at 9 with Arnab Goswami.
Even the martyrs are not spared. Demolished by corruption is our debate number 1 tonight, and I'd like to welcome Colonel V.N. Thapar, father of late Captain Vijayan Thapar, Lieutenant General B.S. Jaswal, former Army Commander, Northern Command, General Satbir Singh, member and leader of the Indian ex-servicemen movement, Commodore G.J. Singh, defense analyst. On the other side tonight, we have Manoj Ranjan, responsible for these demolitions. And he's going to be joining us at 9:30. He's Special Commissioner BBMP Alimuddin Khan, political analyst Rahul Nadvekar of the NCP, Danish Ali of the JDS, and Sambit Patra of the BJP. I'd like to first ask Shashank, who joins me this evening, brother of Lieutenant Colonel E.K. Niranjan. Shashank, thank you for joining me. Colonel Niranjan was commissioned into, your brother was commissioned into the army in 2004. Then he joined the elite National Security Guard. He was martyred during the Pathankot attack, which was one of the fiercest attacks by Pakistan on Indian soil. He defended his country in the combing operations against the Pakistan-trained terrorists. I just want to know your reaction when 220 days later, government officials are out there to break down your house. How has your family reacted to this situation?
Arnab, what I can say is, like 6 months back, we have lost our brother in this Pathankot attack. We have sacrificed our brother's life, and now we have to sacrifice our land for the country. It's a very bad situation for us. It is sad for the family. It's a shame for the family that a martyr's house has been demolished.
Your mother...
And we have never encroached any of the property.
Yes.
I don't think that we have done any encroachment. Encroachment is not a right word to be used.
Your mother has been asking for more time. That's what you have been reduced to.
Yes.
Right? Say your mother has been saying that we need a little bit more time.
So yes. Arnab, we have actually...
Yeah.
We have actually requested the government to give us some more time, because we have around 2 pillars which would get demolished, and that is the standing stone for the entire structure. And if that get demolished by the BBMP, then it would be very difficult for the structure to handle. So we would request, we had requested government to give us some time so that we can reconstruct the pillar and then demolish the new pillar. But we haven't got any map so that we can get to know how much is the meter which is going from our house.
And you are aware that in this specific case, there are many government officials who are now being booked for corruption. In other words, your house is being broken down because of the corruption of government officials. I mean, it's unbelievable really to think of the situation that you and your family are being brought down to. Your brother died a martyr during the combing operations of the Pathankot attack. Our viewers have been shocked today, Shashank, when we've been airing this news report. And the government says this is the public good. We are serving the public good by breaking down your house.
I accept that it is for the public good, but it should be the same case for everyone. It shouldn't be there shouldn't be a concern for someone like VVIPs. If it is done for us, it should be done for the entire structure, entire public. Those who have encroached is what they have used. So if we are facing it, I think even all the rich peoples also should face this if they are being encroached.
Are you worried about where you're going to live? Where your family will be? Has anyone thought about making any alternative arrangements for your family, or have you been left largely on your own?
No, actually they have come up saying that we would be allotting you a site, but that is not the case. It is hard-earned money which my father has actually earned to construct this house. We want to live in this house. It is Niranjan's house, and Niranjan has a fond memory of this house. We don't want to leave this place, but if there is a force for us, then we have to leave this state itself.
Right. Shashank, please stay on. I'd like to get General Satbir Singh. Satbir Singh, you fight for ex-servicemen. Who's going to fight for this martyr's family in this case? I mean, Colonel Niranjan died defusing a grenade on Indian soil. He has a mother today who is begging the state to give her more time so that this martyr's family is not homeless. And we talk about implementing the rules,
Arnab,
General Satbir Singh. Yeah, go on.
I want to assure the family of Colonel Niranjan that we, the soldiers, are all with them to ensure that they live with dignity and respect. We will fight for their rights as well as the ill treatment meted out to them. Arnab, I want to tell you and tell the people of the country that the God and the soldier are only remembered in the time of danger. Once the danger is past, the God is forgotten and the soldier is slighted. This is what has been happening from 1947 onwards. For the last 67 years, governments of the day have degraded us, have downgraded the soldiers, have ill-treated the soldiers and mistreated the soldiers. And that is how that today, for last 424 days, we are sitting on the roads across the country. It is total injustice to the soldiers. We want to tell you, this is one of the case of Colonel Niranjan to whom we salute. We assure the family that by day and night, we will be by their side. Look at another case. In Patiala, the martyrs' widows are sitting on hunger strike since 28th of April, asking for the 10 acres of land which the Punjab government had assured, not given. You take another case. There is a 18 widows in one village in Kargil war. They were assured certain things, not been given. So I can quote 1,000 such examples where the state governments as well as the central government, they assured. Look at our Pradhan Sevak on 15 September at Rewari. He assured.
I have a request. I have a request at this stage. 1 second. I have a request at this stage. Danish Ali, can you hear me? You know, you people are in power because your party is in alliance with the Congress at the BBMP, the local level. I want to ask you whether you will allow a team of independent auditors to immediately go to the house of your leader H.D. Kumaraswamy and your leader, his father, H.D. Devagowda, former Prime Minister of India. Independent auditors. And we will go with them. And we will measure every square inch of their house. And take million photographs. And if we find a single violation of a single rule, the same government which breaks down a martyr's house will break down the house of the former Prime Minister of India. Commit to us tonight that you will break the house of the former Prime Minister of India before you break a martyr's house. Commit tonight, Danish Ali. And it will be independent auditors. It will be independent auditors, not your government.
Arnab, I welcome you and your auditors.
Independent auditors to every politician's house in all of Bengaluru tonight.
You please come tomorrow.
Every square inch of every politician's house will be measured here tonight. Because we are fed up. We're fed up and sick and tired of having everyone pay for your corruption. This is your corruption. Your political party's corruption. You let these houses get built in whichever way that they were wanted to. You gave the permissions. And now that you've been exposed because of the municipal disaster in Bengaluru, you want to break down everyone's house as a panic reaction. So first tell everyone in Bengaluru that independent auditors will independently audit every square inch of every damn politician's house in Bengaluru, and one single fault in any house, one rule broken, the house will be broken down publicly. And when you do that, then you break a Martyr's house.
Not only him, there are many more such VIPs.
Arnab,
absolutely.
Are you going to give
I'm surprised at the level of shamelessness to which politicians have fallen in this case. I want Colonel Thapar to come in on this. He's also listening tonight.
No, Arnab, are you going
you want to make an example?
Few minutes in this debate, or just you want to abuse the former Prime Minister and his party? You have to hear others also.
Don't shout.
What is it?
Don't shout.
Yeah.
Don't shout.
I'm not shouting on you.
Don't shout.
I'm asking for the anchor. No, he has posed some questions. He has to hear.
Stop waving your finger.
Yeah, we've heard enough of you.
Yeah, we've heard.
What is JDS there in BBMP? We have only 14 corporators.
Look, Arnab,
2 weeks back, you yourself was doing the story on civic apathy.
1 second, please. 1 second. Let Colonel Thapar come in.
Has taken you
let Colonel Thapar come in.
Too seriously.
All right.
Come out with this.
Crying shame. You remember the rules now.
Mr. Kumar Swami on the floor of the House, from the floor of the Karnataka.
There's no need to shout.
Please.
Not even a single
There's no need to shout. There's no need to shout.
Proper inquiry before.
Mr. Danish Ali, there is no need to shout. Show some respect. Show some respect to the martyrs' families. Show some respect.
We can outshout him.
Please, Colonel Thapar, go on.
We can outshout him.
Let Colonel Thapar speak. Stop shouting.
All right.
Mr. Danish,
Arnab.
don't shout. Colonel Thapar continued. Danish Ali, say sorry for the way you're behaving on the program tonight. Don't tell me what the public good is.
This is a land mafia,
Arnab,
do not shout about it. You people are responsible for every damn mafia in Bengaluru.
They are totally responsible.
You are the corrupt people. You are the politicians
totally
who break
responsible.
the rules. You are the people who define what is public good. You want to argue with me tonight, but show some respect to a martyr's father who wants to say something.
They are not,
now. And be quiet.
They are not demolishing a building.
You are talking about...
They are not demolishing a building.
The rules now. Come on, Danish Ali. Danish Ali, don't shout. Don't shout. Be quiet now.
You go through the Shankar...
Be quiet now, I'm warning you. Danish Ali. Don't shout.
No, what
they are not demolishing a building.
Don't shout. Show some respect.
They are trying to demolish the spirit of the Indian Army. They are not demolishing a building. That's a symbol of something. And they are hurting the spirit of the Indian Army. Now, just keep quiet now.
You had enough of your say.
Asking him, I am inviting you. Come to Bangalore.
We don't require your invitation. You are not the owner of Bangalore. I can come when I feel like. All right. Now, from my anguished heart, Arnab, from the pain of this whole episode, it reminds me of the old lines. It's all the time. It's Tommy this and Tommy that. And chuck him out the brute. But it's savior of the country when the guns begin to shoot. It's Tommy this and Tommy that. And anything you please. And Tommy ain't no blooming fool. You bet that Tommy sees. We are seeing all these things. You won't be able to speak much longer. All right? What do you think you are doing? You are the people who are the fountainhead of corruption. You allow honest people, nation-loving people to invest their entire life savings into a colony that is not authorized, and then you come and demolish it. The very people who allowed this now are demolishing it. You don't have a heart, you don't have a face. You are the culprits yourselves. How did you come to know that this is unauthorized just 7 days ago? The point about development of the city and a town is a continuous effort. Let me tell you that if you go along demolishing these kinds of encroachments, 1/4 of Commercial Street and half of Parade Road will have to be demolished. And this is not the kind of respect the nation must pay. Let me tell you something else. Captain Vikram Batra, he was suffering from high fever when he was attacking point 15140. All right? His CEO told him, don't go. You are not required to go. But he went in spite of that fever. My son, Captain Vijayan Thapar, was told by his CEO that Vijayan, you come back just 50 meters. We are behind the Pakistanis and tomorrow we will get them. You know what was the reply given? The reply was that I am not going to come back because the Pakistanis will come and reoccupy this position where we've lost so many men killed and so many wounded.
That is soldier.
Now, that is a soldier.
That's
and
a soldier.
That is the spirit.
That's a soldier.
There is no law that says that you have to die. All right? When you talk about laws which are applicable to martyrs and their families, such insensitiveness, think about that also. There's no law, there's no article in the Constitution that he has to die. But they go in the faith
they have no
of the country and the countrymen.
Colonel Thapar,
and that faith
keep on
you have to hold.
They cannot explain to you for this.
These are the only...
They don't know. They don't know what is sacrifice. They are insensitive,
67 years of ill treatment.
You saw what they did to an 82-year-old a veteran in Jantar Mantar. He was rough shot by a bloody policeman. How can we tolerate that? Till what limit will you push us? Tell me, in this colony, how many of the netas and how many of the babus of Bangalore
not
are
one.
The same very neta?
Not one.
Then they must be staying in all the white fields and all the beautiful places. And you go and try to show your laws and rules and all to the martyr's family. And what prevented you from giving them a proper house somewhere and then taking this kind of an action? Why such insensitiveness? Why such brazen action by you?
There's no sense of shame.
You are teaching us law.
No. Arnab.
One sec. Before I come to you, GJ. I'm glad that Danish Ali has been made quiet now. Because just a few minutes back,
Arnab,
listen to me, don't speak over me. Speak when you are spoken to. Speak when you are spoken to, sir. I'm telling you, don't raise your voice. On this program tonight, there are decorated officers and martyrs' families who have a right to speak more than you.
You should be ashamed.
My party.
General Jaswal, one second. You and your party. Yes. You and your party. Last in the news for selling Rajya Sabha seats. You're going to lecture martyrs' fathers on the news, huh? You will. You have any moral right to? You're corrupt to the core. Manjunath Prasad, the man who will be joining us in a few minutes, has himself said, this is the handiwork of corrupt government officials. We will trace them and register criminal complaints against them. It's your corruption. You carried out the corruption. And I'm telling you today, every right-thinking citizen will stand up to your high-handedness today. You want to cover up your corruption by demolishing a martyr's house. It is not about a martyr's house. It's about an honest Indian's house. We are fed up of the way in which you behave. Your high-handedness, your monopolistic attitude, your lack of reason. And that's why I'm asking you, don't you dare teach the people of this country what public good is. You have no idea about public.
Arnab, this is a
matter regarding a martyr's family.
Yes, General Jaswal.
This is a political thick skin that is growing in our country.
Arnab.
Yeah, General Jaswal.
A political thick skin that is growing.
Can I just come in?
Unni Krishnan's father being insulted in Bombay, or whether it is this present case, or it is the other case, other scam, what have you done?
Nothing.
If you are so fond of the law, what have you done over there?
Nothing.
Then,
General Jaswal.
Arnab, can I come in?
General Jaswal.
Arnab, firstly, I really compliment that you have brought this issue to the fore. Secondly, let me assure you, the nation as a whole hardly understands the word called sacrifice. They never faced it. I too am from a martyr's family. My elder brother got martyred in 65. I know the pain. And the apathy that is shown towards a martyr, initially, yes, the much pomp and show. Do they realize the day this chap does the Qasam parade, he pledges his life and he pledges his accountability to the nation that he will lay down his life in the line of duty. What about the accountability of these people?
Nothing.
They have no accountability.
Nothing.
They have no respect or sacrifice.
Rahul Narvekar.
They have no concern for this family. These chaps, they should have at least informed the family. I want to just bring home a particular point. The civil administration, if I ask them, does the DC know how many martyrs are there in Bangalore? They have never bothered to even care as to what problems they are facing. Have they ever gone, seen what problem, electricity problem they are having, the water problem they are having? Is this the responsibility that the nation shows towards the martyr family? It is all over the nation, not only in Bangalore. No one is bothered about a martyr family. It is only the armed forces. We take care of our martyrs. Even when chaps go on leave, we ask them to go and meet the martyr's family and please ask. The battalion commanders tell the Jawans, go and ask them if they have any problem.
They don't care.
The civil administration, no concern whatsoever. It's a story all over the nation. It's not only in Bangalore. And Mr. Danish,
it's a story.
I'm ashamed
It's a story
that you're trying
all
to raise your voice.
It's a
hold on. You're trying to, Danish, you're trying to raise your voice when a martyr's concern is being discussed. Please kindly tone down. You don't have to fight on this. It's a matter of shame that you don't understand what honor and sentiments we have for a martyr's family.
All the same, Rahul Narvekar is quiet tonight because he knows that the original copyright for insulting martyrs and using their name for commercial and individual pecuniary gains is that of the Congress NCP when they were in power. Kargil for profit. Instance after instance of that. Politicians and bureaucrats making money. Making multi-crore flats for themselves in the name of Kargil martyrs and their families. You have the copyright for this, Rahul Narvekar. And repeatedly you did that. You were the masters as well, as far as insulting martyrs are concerned, denying them their rights. You didn't even spare martyrs who lost their life in the 26/11 attacks. Have you, as a politician or a political party which you represent, ever forgotten to fight for your own rights? Rahul Narvekar. Not once. Not once. So before you, because I know you'll take a high moral ground on the fact that a martyr's house is being bulldozed 4 days before Independence Day in Bengaluru. So I just wanted to put things in perspective for you, Rahul.
Are you done or no? Can I talk?
Now, why such intolerance? I'm just pointing a fact to you. Don't seem peeved.
Well, first and foremost, I should thank good stars that you are not a intellectual property expert. The kind of patents, trademarks, and copyrights that you've been distributing, the less said, the better about it.
This is not some laughing matter. Please come to the point.
It's not.
No, cut this kind of superficial sarcasm. It's not being appreciated by anyone.
You should stop your dramatics on Newshour and come.
He's trying to be sarcastic. Mr. Narvekar, we are discussing something very solemn. We are discussing something very serious. And don't be sarcastic here. Don't be scornful. You are trying to put...
Excuse me, I don't know who's this talking, but I'm not being sarcastic. I'm trying to make a point across.
That's GJ Singh. Please speak to him with respect.
Rahul. What respect are you talking about? Of course, I'm giving the due respect to everyone.
No, you said I don't know who's talking. Don't speak in that scornful tone. I don't like that tone.
Obviously, what?
Arnab,
Arnab, I'm not concerned about what you like and what you don't like.
The viewers don't like that tone.
I'm here to give you my viewpoint. I'm here to give you my viewpoint. If you want to take it, well and good. If you're not interested, I don't need to stay here any longer.
Wow, look at that arrogance. Look at the arrogance spilling over from Rahul Narvekar's every word tonight.
Do you want to now
look at the arrogance spilling over.
What they've been doing. Do you want to now talk about the issue at hand?
Yeah, the issue at hand is the disrespect to martyrs.
But you are not talking. You are
talking something in which, and so that Rahul Narvekar, I just want to, I want to tell you, Rahul Narvekar, that in 2014,
to the inaction of the civic administration in Bengaluru. Right. I think before carrying out the demolition drive, it was prudent to first take action against the erring officers who preferred to keep quiet till this time. If at all there was a reservation on that piece of a plot of land, then in the first place, how did they allow these structures to come up? And if these structures came up, why did they keep quiet for all these years?
Right.
Okay,
so definitely any action was to be taken.
Yeah. Arnab, one second. Colonel Thapar.
It is just like the others. It is just like the others building coming up. It is just like the others building coming up in Bombay.
Absolutely it is.
How are you going to justify that? You have got a double face. One for Bangalore, one for Bombay.
Rules are the two different rules.
Well said.
One for the VIP.
No, what rules? The rules you can suit anything.
Any kind of malicious practice by any individual.
Therefore, you should have brought down others.
The judiciary in this country, which is very vibrant, and they will take the necessary action in this behalf.
Hello? Okay, one second.
There is a good law enforcement.
Can I come in?
No, one second. One second. Rahul Narvekar, now be quiet for a while. Be quiet for a while, and I'll tell you why you are so completely and totally inconsistent. I won't say you're false. Either you've not done your homework, you're not prepared, or you're pretending to be unaware. Maybe you don't know what happens in courts. Maybe you don't know the law. Maybe you don't know what happened after 26/11. I consider it my responsibility to give you a little bit of
everything. That's the problem.
I want to refresh your memory. It'll be a good thing for you. Now, will you listen to me? To refresh your memory, Rahul Narvekar, and why I spoke about copyrights is, you and the Congress party hold the copyright for insulting martyrs because during Kargil for profit, the whole country came up in anger at how you use the name of Kargil to make money. Not you personally, but people associated with your and your allies party. Then in 2004, the Bombay High Court pulled up your government.
Let me tell you.
Then in 2014.
Leaders in the opposition.
Then in 2014.
Number of leaders in the government.
Listen, I'm giving you a memory lesson so that you can cut the sarcasm, and the next time you speak to a soldier, you speak to him with respect. In 2014, the Bombay High Court pulled up your government for asking Indira Jadhav, the war widow of Babaji who died for the country in the 1965 India-Pakistan war, asking her for the market price for a piece of land which was promised to her. You insulted the martyrs then. And injustice, if you want to know about injustice, you cut short the compensation of Vijay Salaskar, a martyr who lost his life in the 26/11 attacks based on some technicality, that is age and date of retirement had he been alive. The money was coming out of your politician's pocket that you were smearing insults on the face of a martyr's family. Forgot all that? You don't care for them. You don't care
at the same time.
It's use and throw for you. Yes.
Arnab, at the same time, they increase their salary in 15 minutes flat by 100%.
Yeah,
how do you justify that?
Alimuddin Khan's coming in. Sambit Patra has been quiet. Alimuddin Khan.
Arnab ji, first of all, entire nation is in debt of the sacrifices of the soldiers.
All those are lectures.
We will be not able to pay.
All that is lectures.
We will not able to pay.
This is only words, not
only words have been said.
Patriotic. We will not able to pay. One thing. Second thing, they have been offered
Speaker, it is only
land on better location and compensation also. Sir, listen to me. 1,919 houses were identified. 800 houses has been removed, and 1,000 are remaining. Because of few houses, 1 crore population of the Bangalore is suffering like anything. You have seen the TV. You have reported it also.
Rubbish? What rubbish?
So we have high regard for the soldiers, and entire nation have high regard for them. We are at peace because of them. We are at peace at home because of them. So we cannot forget it in our life. But whatever government needs to do, they are giving them. They are giving them land on better location. They are willing to give them compensation also for that.
Yeah.
And this will be done. Family has been.
It should have been done much earlier.
Okay,
it should have been much earlier.
Alimuddin Khan. I just want to ask you. Your present house where you live. How long have you lived
I want
there?
to come in.
No, 1 sec. Alimuddin Khan, the present house where you live. Do you own the property, and how long have you lived there?
Yeah.
I'm asking you.
Sir, those were the encroachment.
I am asking you, अरे भाई अपने बारे में बात जब होती है तब आप डरना शुरू करते हैं। सुन तो लीजिए मेरा सवाल, पूछ रहा हूं आपसे, क्या आपका घर अपना है और कितने सालों से वहां पे आप रह रहे हैं? बस सवाल का जवाब दीजिए।
सर हम 15-20 साल से अपने घर में रहते हैं।
अच्छा ठीक है। ओके सतबीर सिंह, आपने अपने जीवन में एक रुपए बचा के वो घर बनाया होगा अलीमुद्दीन जी, जहां पे आप 15-20 साल से रह रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल
जी, ठीक है। अब कोई आपको बोले कि किसी और के करप्शन के कारण टेक्निकली आपका घर इलीगल है, आपके करप्शन के कारण नहीं, सरकार सिस्टम और गवर्नमेंट अधिकारी के करप्शन के कारण आपको पता ही नहीं था, और आज बोला जाए कि आपके घर का जो ये पार्ट है ये पूरा नहीं, और आप प्रोग्राम से घर वापस लौटे और देखे कि आपका घर तोड़ दिया है किसी ने, और कोई आपको आके कहे जैसे आप आज सतबीर सिंह को कह रहे हैं कि कोई बात नहीं, घर टूट गया, क्या बड़ी बात है, कहीं और बसा देंगे आपको। कब? 10 साल 20 साल बाद। तब तक कहां रहेंगे? रेफ्यूजी की तरह रहे कहीं पे भी,
और लैंड दे देंगे आप बना लेंगे।
जी, तो आप एक बात बताइए, आप कैसे रिएक्ट करते हैं?
रहने के लिए भी रहने के लिए भी ऑथोरिटीज को बोला गया है, दे हैव कॉन्टेक्टेड देम।
अरे भाई, व्हाट रबिश, नो व्हाट रबिश, व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट?
अरेंजमेंट किया
व्हाट आर यू
आई एम सॉरी Arnab, let me answer.
Unacceptable.
This should have been done before.
Sambit Patra is coming to the debate. Sambit Patra is on the debate. We'll have the special commission of the BBMP in a minute. Yes, please, Sambit.
Arnab, let me speak to him.
Yeah. Sambit.
Arnab,
all I want to say is there's certain look. I mean,
I want to ask the gentleman at the first place.
Can I speak?
Why did they permit such accommodation?
Sambit, let Sambit come in.
If they have permitted it, why they are asking that to be destroyed now?
Let Satbirji complete and thereafter.
Yeah, go on, Sambit.
Yes. Patraji, I want to say...
Sambit, not Satbir. What's it? Sambit Patra, please.
Shashank is...
Can General Swal be on the left? Yeah, Sambit Patra.
Why did
Sambit, go on.
Shashank is present. Satbir ji, आप बोल लीजिए, बोल लीजिए.
No, go on. Shashank in the middle. Go on, Sambit.
Shashank is present over here. Since morning I have been listening to his interviews, his woes in fact through your channel also. I'm really worried. I mean, his brother was a pillar, and thousands like his brother are the pillar on which the democracy of this country, the security of the country rests. And what is this mother asking? This mother is just asking for some time so that she can reconstruct a pillar, and thereafter the pillar can be removed. And we don't have such amount of time also. We don't have such amount of courtesy. This is not a courtesy, this is humanity. This is human behavior. I mean, why no notice was served to these people? These people in the sense, not just one family. These 800 families, I'm aghast that you are rendered homeless overnight without a notice being served to you. This is a dictatorial country or a democratic country? If I am right, no notice was served. I mean, Shashank is present. Shashank can correct me if I am wrong, but no notice was served to any one of them. If the map was wrong, and if I am right, whatever I am hearing, no map has been served to any of these people as to what is the level of encroachment they have made. अलीमुद्दीन साहब, मैं यहाँ राजनीति नहीं करना चाहता, मैं आपसे लड़ना नहीं चाहता हूँ.
Yeah, go on, Shashank. Go on, Shashank. Go on. Shashank, go on. Shashank is saying something. Shashank is saying something.
See, I want to tell you. I want to tell one thing, that 2 days later we'll be celebrating 70th year of independence, and that independence is earned by refugees and soldiers of our country. It is not because of any politicians. I can tell you now. How come we are following a colonial map, a 100 years old map, and running over with this and demolishing all the sites?
Yeah, Danish.
This is a real pathetic position for us.
Danish has no answer.
No, absolutely right.
Danish has no answer.
The public consensus taken.
No, absolutely right. I'll tell you one thing. Yeah. No, I'll just take 10 seconds. I'll tell you. When Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan must have left this world, the only thing that would have been in his mind, after me the country will take care of my family. That is the last thought that comes to these martyrs of our country when they leave their body and they go, well, there is Mother India, there's a government which will take care of the family. I'm so sorry.
It is not the last thought.
If the country cannot do this, if the government cannot do this bit, I'm so sorry.
Okay. I have with me now. I have with me now Manoj
the
Rajan.
Country should honor this.
Manoj Rajan.
Talking about this.
Manoj Rajan, can you hear me?
I would also.
Manoj Rajan, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Arnab. Good evening. Yeah.
You are the Special Commissioner of the BBMP. So you're in charge of this entire municipality, right? Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, if I am not mistaken. That's the full form. Manoj. You are. Manoj, can you hear me?
Arnab, I didn't get you.
I said that you are
I can hear you.
You are the Special Commissioner of the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, which is breaking down many hundreds of houses, including the house of Martyr, Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan Kumar. You are determined to break down the Martyr's house as soon as possible. Am I correct so far, Manoj?
Yeah, good evening, Arnab, and good evening to all the senior officers from the army. I would just like to make two statements. Number one, I myself am an army aspirant. I wrote the exams, was not successful, then joined the civil service. My brother's son has just written the NDA and wants to join the army.
Irrelevant.
This is on the backdrop. Second point is, I am 1.5 months old in BBMP.
Irrelevant.
In BBMP.
Even more irrelevant.
Coming to this point. To this very point, what you have said, the trigger to this demolition, you can see the images which I am placing forth over here.
No.
These are the floods which has happened.
That's not the trigger.
Pregnant ladies, old
you are wrong.
Shifted out by us.
You are wrong. That's not the trigger. You are wrong. You don't know what the trigger is, Manoj. Manoj, that is not the trigger. That is not the trigger. You're factually incorrect. You want me to tell you what the trigger is? You want me to tell you what the trigger is? I'll tell you what the trigger is. Don't pick up those photographs in a rehearsed manner and show it on Newshour. Manoj, listen to me. Manoj, listen. Manoj.
All 72 hours.
Manoj, listen to me. Listen to me. Manoj, listen. Manoj, listen to me. I want to say something to you.
Please, let me
Don't show me your flow charts. Don't show me your pictures. Okay? This is a discussion about human beings. Across India, people are calling into the newsroom saying, we will stand in front of the house of Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan Kumar and we would like to see who comes and breaks down a martyr's house. So be careful of what you're saying. My limited point to you is, you know what the trigger is, Manoj, and I'm not holding you individually responsible. The trigger is and only is corruption. Okay? Corruption. Layout developers carry out corruption. Government officials carry out corruption. corrupt government officials in league with corrupt politicians carried out the corruption. It is impossible for any reasonable person to believe that you can allow plots of land to be sanctioned to be sold to builders and homemakers in the city and wake up 15 years later and say we need to break all the houses down because we didn't realize that there's a storm water drain passing under the houses which can be an environmental hazard. You allowed it to happen then because money was being made by allowing violations to happen. You were in sleeping beauty mode at that point of time. You were in Alice in Wonderland. And today you wake up and you're saying we're going to cover up our corruption. And how will we cover up our corruption? We'll just break all the houses, including the house of Martyr, Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan Kumar. And the question we need to raise right now, therefore, is, Ashwini Kakkar, that because politicians and bureaucrats have woken up to their own corruption a decade and a half later, whether we can allow a Martyr's house to be demolished and whether we can take that as the definition of the public good.
Ridiculous, because you know it is the same Mahanagar Palika that gave the permissions in the first place.
Yeah.
Were they collecting notes at that time? What were they doing? You know, this is ridiculous. And how can you wake up 15 years later and suddenly decide that this is all illegal and this is all, people have built all this with their hard-earned money, 1 cent, 1 rupee, 1 paisa at a time. And
no, I'll give a clear example. I'll give a clear example, clear and direct example out here. On the Newshour, I'm putting an example. And let anyone question me, those who know the national capital will know what I'm talking about. Shashank, your house is being broken.
Yes.
All of India is standing up with you and saying we won't let that house be broken, so that your mother, right, your father, you, your family is not rendered homeless. But viewers, not far from Lutyens, Delhi, and you know this, Colonel Thapar, not far from Lutyens, Delhi, there is a place called Sainik Farms.
Yes.
A large part. And ironically, it is called Sainik Farms, though I know lots of very influential politicians who live there. A large part of Sainik Farms has been known to be illegal, illegally occupied, and houses have been built on what was illegal. But because politicians live there, a lot of things have got regularized as well. We know, Colonel Thapar, that where there are political constituencies who live, the most illegal of houses get regularized as long as the people who live there vote for a certain political party. We know that politicians build in on most encroachments, they get regularized. In the city of Mumbai, there are people, top industrialists, who build huge houses, then fight long cases and get them regularized. We know the tallest towers in the city of Mumbai where massive violations happen, where God knows what deals they do with the municipal corporation, and then they get regularized. The bottom line is this, Colonel Thapar and Sadhbir Singh, that because a martyr's family does not have the money to pay bribes, to influence people, to call up politicians, hence their homes will be broken down. And the top industrialists and politicians of this country will get everything regularized with the greatest of ease. And that's the injustice. That's what we are being told and fed today is the public good. If this is the public good, then I don't know what is good for the public anymore. Colonel Thapar.
The nation will not stand this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that the nation is watching and the nation will not stand this. It is, we are not fools. We are seeing everything that is happening.
So tell me, Manoj, was there corruption among government authorities or not?
Arnab.
Was there corruption among government authorities or not? Tell me, Manoj Rajan.
Arnab,
he doesn't have to say.
No, I want Manoj to say it tonight.
There is no second opinion on this, Arnab. I agree with you totally as to why these things have happened. It is total connivance of the so-called mafia of land builders, the local officers. They have connived selfish interests.
Yes, thank you.
There's no denial of this.
Thank you. Now, Danish, let Danish speak. Now tell me, Danish, now that a government official of the BBMP has said that it is because of the corruption of government officials, politicians and the land mafia that these houses were constructed in a place where there was a storm water drain passing, the corruption is of government officials. Now, I don't understand why, for the life of me, Danish, 1 second, in this country, the honest person has his house broken and the corrupt person gets away. Break the houses. I'm telling you, go after those people who broke the rules and were corrupt here. Break their houses brick by brick. The country will stand by you.
Arnab.
But break Colonel Vijay, break a Martyr's house. Break Niranjan Kumar's house and the country will stand up against you. You get that message?
Arnab,
you understand that? Yes, Colonel Thapar.
Going to realize
Arnab,
this is a bigger fight. This is a bigger fight.
Nowhere in the world.
Lakes have been encroached upon. So let us demolish all the houses.
Nowhere in the world.
This is not the way. I mean,
just give me
allow the lakes.
Sir, allow the storm. I just want to make a point here.
You go to your archive 2 weeks
nowhere in the world
on the same debate when whole Bangalore and Gurgaon was drowned. I said it on record that this civic apathy is because of the connivance of builder mafia, land mafia,
break their houses down.
Of political leaders.
Break their houses down.
I do
break their houses down. Break the mafia's houses down. Break the politicians' houses down. Break the bureaucrats' houses down. 1 second. Go ahead. Break their houses down.
I just want
questions
to make a point here.
This other scam has happened. How? You tell me. How has the other scam happened?
The government.
Why are all these
shamelessly?
It is a nexus between politicians, between the land mafia, between the builders and the municipal corporation. And then everybody points a finger at everybody else.
No, I'm saying tonight. SM Krishna was the Chief Minister of Karnataka when these houses were built. Go ask SM Krishna.
That is what I am saying. That is what I am saying. BBMP was ruled 5 years by Congress.
Yeah, so go after them and break their house. Why are you breaking a martyr's house?
Coalition from last 6 months.
Why are you breaking a martyr's house?
In every country,
Sadhbir Singh,
the government
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. This is incredible. This is incredible. No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about out here by your own admission? What are you talking about, Danish Ali? What are you talking about? You want to teach the people of this country what public good is? What is public good? What is public good? You cannot break a soldier's house in whichever way that you want, whenever you want. And because you think that Colonel Niranjan Kumar is no more, you will go there and demolish his house. There has to be a limit to your definition of public good. What public good? You were last in the news for selling Rajya Sabha seats.
Expensive cars. Never ever you have ministered or given a healing touch to the people of this country.
What are you talking about? Today I have on record. 1 second, Colonel Jaswal coming to you. Today I have on record. Just one. I have on record tonight on the news. The government official comes on the program and says that all of this has happened because of the corruption of government officials along with the land mafia. Who are you going to punish? The corrupt politicians? No. Who will you punish? The corrupt bureaucrats? No. You have the guts to take on any member of the land mafia? No. Will you take accountability to a higher level and say that the Chief Minister of the time should be held responsible? No. Will you hold the leaders of the political parties under whose nose this corruption happened, Sadhbir Singh, and question them? No. Who will you take on?
No, it will not.
Who will you take on? You'll go straight to the honest tax-paying citizen.
Arnab.
You will go to the martyr's house.
That's
Arnab,
right.
can I come in?
Right? And you'll break his house.
Yes.
And then you'll go and say, oh, look, we are doing this for the public good. People of Bengaluru, I'm saying this to you tonight. Your politicians are fooling you by saying they are breaking those houses for your good. They are not breaking those houses for your good. They are breaking those houses because they want to wipe out the stain of their own corruption, people of Bengaluru. You know this tonight. You need to expose these people and you need to stand up for a martyr's family who is being rendered homeless by shooting the gun over your shoulder. People of Bengaluru know the line that people like Danish Ali are putting out tonight and expose them. Public good, it is not public good for an attitude to prevail among our representatives where the citizens pay for the mistakes that the representatives make. It is not public good for the public representatives to wake up 15 years later to the fact that homes have been built because of corruption over a stormwater drain and then say the taxpayer, the citizen and the martyr's family will be made to pay for it. And you know, Satbir Singh, why they have done all this? Because they actually feel, because they feel, no, they are doing this because they feel, who's there to defend the martyr's family?
Across the country.
No, people like Danish Ali feel, who's going to help Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan Kumar's family?
The whole country will.
Who's there to help a martyr's family? That's what you think. Don't shout! Don't shout, Danish Ali!
My party,
your party,
your party. Of shouting and all, please, would you be sensible enough?
My party.
I just want to put in facts.
Don't shout.
Political leaders.
Don't shout. Let GJ come into
it. Anybody of you sitting in the studio or on the panel?
You want to keep
what do you think?
If I open up the phone lines, you get a sense of how people strongly feel about this.
Important point on
Arnab, these political netas and the chief minister and the bureaucrats and everybody that counts would have been in this very house when the body of Niranjan had come. And they would be secoing their rotis, political rotis. And now they are doing this. That time they didn't realize that this house is built on illegal or incorrect place. That time they must have all paid homage in this very house.
Whose head was cut.
I just want to ask
what happened.
Yes. No, I want to know. I want viewers. I say this to you tonight. Do a public audit. Find out how many politicians have. Find out how many politicians have broken the rules in the making of their houses. I'm going to say something. Find out how many politicians have broken the rules and go challenge them. 1 minute. Find out how many bureaucrats have broken the rules. Find out how many politicians have made their houses in places reserved for army people and their families in cantonments. Find out how many bureaucrats have taken up houses in places that are built for army people, cantonments for serving people and certainly not belonging to them. I mean, short of zoos, politicians have built their house everywhere. And if I may say so, viewers, I'm saying this to you honestly, go find out how many journalists have broken the rules. Go find out how many journalists have broken the rules by using their influence. And if there is a single journalist who has broken the rules by using their influence to build houses, question that journalist, question that politician, and question that bureaucrat. But don't, Danish Ali, give me these empty lectures here today that you are doing things for the public good of Bengaluru. You are breaking a martyr's house because you are damn scared that you are going to be exposed. Your 15 years of corruption are going to be exposed. You should apologize to Shashank today on the program. And don't you dare break a single brick of that house anymore.
So shamelessly. And
Manoj, I have a Manoj. You seem to be a Manoj.
You see, the very people who defend this country, the very people who fight for the security of this country. Danish Ali, pay attention. The very people who fight for this country, the very people who fight for the integrity of this country, you are bulldozing their houses. The very people who vote you to power, you are bulldozing their houses. The very people who pay house taxes, you honestly, and with their taxpayers' money, you go and junket to us, you buy expensive cars, you increase your salary by 100%, 200%, and you build your bungalows. You are today bulldozing their very houses, the very people to whom you are using. You have used the army personnel for security and integrity of this country, for defending you. Not only defending you, they are defending the Constitution of India also.
I'm asking Shashank,
you come and lecture with a very people with scorn and disdain and sarcasm under your tongue, saying that you own the intellectual assets. What nonsense are they talking about? Are they ashamed? This is the only country in the whole wide world where the government has behaved in a manner which
I'll tell you. Should I open the phone line? I'm just not opening the phone lines tonight.
No,
1 second. To all my viewers, I know. As of now, I want to say something to the viewers. GJ, I want to say something to the viewers. so many viewers calling in tonight. Each one of them wants to come out and speak, and many of them are offended with the way that you've spoken. Now, Shashank, tell me one thing. That was to Danish Ali. Shashank, did your family pay house tax and water tax for this house? Did you pay house tax and water tax for this house? Did you fulfill your obligations in terms of taxation to the government?
Yes. This house was constructed 15 years back, and from past 15 years, my dad is paying the taxes for the government. So it is nothing illegally being done, and whatever the government is being claimed, it is with respect to a colonial map, which was a 100 years old map. And they have come out saying, yeah. So
Shashank, I find this excellent situation that... One minute. Excellent situation for the political class in the country. And Manoj, you seem to be, a thinking man, which is why I'm not making, and conscientious officer, I'm not making a personal remark on you. Okay, Manoj? But what I'm telling you is, it is for bureaucrats like you to stand up today. You take those pictures, Manoj, that you're holding, right? I am telling you, I have a very good suggestion for you. I don't mean this sarcastically. You take those pictures, go to all the politicians who are telling you that somehow break the Martyr's house, break the houses so that the pressure is off us. Go to them and give them and frame one copy of each of these pictures of the situation Bangalore was placed in, and go and gift all the corrupt politicians and corrupt land mafia one picture and say every day before you sleep at night, look at this picture and realize that this is the result of your corruption, right? And then on the other hand, you put a picture of a martyr's family and what happened in Pathankot and say that because of your corruption, go to the politician and say, sir, because of your corruption, should I break a martyr's house? And Manoj, you ask yourself today, I'm telling you sincerely, you ask yourself today, Manoj, I am asking you today, you are such in a position of power as the special commissioner of the BBMP. You say that you yourself wanted to join the forces at one time. You say that you've got family members who have represented in the forces. Manoj, so do I. So do I. Okay, so we therefore will understand the sentiment of the people of this country even stronger. I'm asking you, Manoj, if you break Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan Kumar's house because a politician is telling you to break that house, as per the rules, and you know it's the politician who was corrupt, not Niranjan Kumar's family, will you feel good about it? Tell me. Will you be able to honestly break that martyr's house? You as an official, will you be able to sign those orders and sleep well if you allow that house to be broken? I'm asking you, Manoj.
Arnab, my salutes to the family members. In fact, they themselves, I said, give us 2 days time. It is one pillar which needs to be shifted. The BMP officials have met them, and we will not demolish that house on our own until they do it over there. We will render all kind of support which is required for them, even in putting up that pillar. We respect the supreme sacrifice that family has done to the country out over there. Now, coming to the officers, 20 officers have been done, and 13 of them are serving and 7 retired. We want to send a message to all the officers that this will not be tolerated. So 7 officers who have retired, also criminal cases have been booked against them.
I tell you,
13 officers disciplinary inquiry.
Can you tell Manoj, listen.
Manoj, the point being made here is that the 108 years old map which
Manoj, listen.
is not so.
Manoj, can I say something?
Coordinates of each of the private.
Manoj, listen. Manoj, listen.
Manoj, listen. That is how we have come to identify.
Look here, Manoj. Look here, Manoj.
Earlier, this was marked over there, and now we respect their family.
Manoj,
our people have met them.
Manoj, can you tell me? Manoj, tell me those houses that you are breaking of people. Manoj, listen. Manoj, I began by saying today that I do think that you seem to be a thinking man. You seem to be a sensitive man. And we are also intuitive enough to make out that you are also feeling strongly about this at a personal level. And sometimes you are compelled to do duty that is against your own nature. Okay? So I'm simply asking you here today, was there any corruption done by any of these houses? Did any of these homeowners go and pay bribe? Did Colonel Niranjan Kumar's family do any corruption? No, they didn't. They went and paid their taxes, they bought their homes, they put together their savings, they paid their EMIs, they scrounged for every single rupee, then they made a house. Okay? And the corruption was done by other people who sold them the house. Right, who told them there is nothing wrong. So when they bought the house, they were innocent about it. The land mafia, the politicians, bureaucrats got together and conned them. Right? It's fair to take a JCB, bulldozer and go and break their houses now.
After this is supreme
Ashwini on top of it.
Just the wife is left. I mean, the man has made the supreme sacrifice of his life and has been martyred for the sake of the country.
It's a money
and then
don't do this.
There is his poor wife, the children, and possibly parents or not even that. And then you go and put them on the street. You know, you break down their house and they have nowhere to go. You know, what is this?
And I'm telling you today, I'm saying this to you, that I have information with me that according to the Ministry of Urban Development, 40 members of parliament have carried out illegal constructions inside the Latin zone bungalows. Those bungalows are not demolished. Those politicians are not made to pay.
Arnab, please ask them, as an organization, who made the roads? Who gave the water supply? Who gave the electricity poles?
It's unbelievable.
Who gave the who gave the sanitation and all the services? Who gave them? And then you are telling the individuals how to blame. What about the organization?
Has not been answered.
No, I have a point to make here.
One question has not been answered.
Yes, General. Yes, General.
Why this apathy all over the nation, not only in this place, towards our martyrs? This is a very strong message. Please respect the martyrs.
Yes.
Yes, the triggers were there for corruption, etc., etc., whatever is there.
Right.
But the lesson which is coming out today, you cannot treat a martyr like that. He's laid down his life, and this kind of apathy towards the defense forces and the martyrs, I think this should stop forthwith. The nation should realize as to what it means to be a soldier, what it means to be a martyr.
No. First of all, I want to thank Manoj Rajan today, because I appreciate the honesty with which you've spoken. Okay, Manoj. I also appreciate the fact that you've given a reassurance to the family of the martyr that pillar also will be rebuilt. I wish and I pray that you take a special representation in whichever capacity you can, if required, to the former Prime Minister of Devagad, whoever's influential in Bangalore. Go to them and say that, sir, these are honest tax-paying people. They paid their taxes. They're not responsible. They are not cheats. They are not corrupt. Not just Colonel Niranjan Kumar's family, but the hundreds of families. They are not corrupt. They are not cheats. They are not mafia. Exactly. They are sincere, people who put together their life's earnings and have done nothing wrong. Don't make them pay. Find another way.
EMI and the houses are destroyed.
Yeah, find another way. That's all I'm saying. And Danish, first break one single politician's house for breaking the rules before you break a martyr's house. That's all I want to tell you. I thank you all for joining me.
Now I want to say one.
No, I thank you all. I thank you all, and to the people of Bengaluru, don't be fooled. Your politicians are fooling you, people of Bengaluru. They are trying to say that these hundreds of families who are being uprooted are the villains. They are not the villains. The politicians are the villains. If all the people of Bengaluru stand up against these politicians, that will be good, not just for Bengaluru, but for the entire country. I thank you all for joining me on debate number 1 on a story I will personally follow on the Newshour tonight.